Hello, beautiful. We're doing a pick-a-pile reading. Their actions versus their true feelings for you. That's what we're delving into a little bit. All right. We're going to do a pick-a-pile and we'll pick 3 piles. Okay. So, welcome your guides and keepers into your space. Take a nice deep breath. Ask them to guide you through this reading, to guide you towards the pile that is for you. And trust your guidance system. You might want to take a look at each of the piles, look at their actions to see if that's what resonates. Okay, that could be your significator as well. And if you choose to do it in that way, perfectly fine. All right. You've entered a sacred space, beloved. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. We give thanks to my guides and keepers, your guides and keepers, for giving us access to this energy, the information, so that you can have the clarity that you need to make a uplifting decision or decisions, and to support you wherever you find yourself on your journey right now within this connection. Our relationships are our greatest mirror, guiding us towards higher levels of consciousness within the relationship, within ourselves. It shows us where we need to do our work, where we might have triggers or blocks that are hindering us. And so it's, our lovers are our perfect teachers. So these readings are to help you to make the most of that opportunity. All right, let's begin. Pile 1. Okay, their actions. Let's take a look at their actions for pile 1, and then we're going to look at, all right, so this is somebody that tends to go hot and cold, positive, negative. They can be in a good space and then have these great ideas, and then they'll say something and you'll realize that maybe they've changed their mind. Also, there's some depression here. All right. This is somebody that tends to go into dark spaces, and it impacts the relationship, or it has impacted the relationship. Lots of fights and arguments here with the whip. And so this is perhaps saying things without thinking. You're not sure if they mean everything that they say. Sometimes when you guys disagree, they can say things that are very different to what they might have said when things were okay. This person really makes you work for their affection and their love. It's as if their emotions are locked away, and you're constantly trying to let them know that you're safe enough for them to open up. And at the same time, you get to experience aspects of them that many other people don't, and this makes you feel like there's something special between you. Okay, one more. I've got the snake. Sometimes they take action that does not have you in mind. You feel like sometimes they make decisions without considering you. They've done some things that have been quite hurtful that seem to be very selfish and self-serving. And so even though you feel like there's something really special and they trust you to a certain extent, you're not sure you can trust them. All right, pile one. This is someone that has been through a lot, lots of trauma. They don't trust, they're not very open, very troubled. You might have noticed or be suspicious of narcissistic tendencies. It's hot and cold. You don't always know where you stand with them, but you have a really special place for them. It's as if you're their soft place. You want to be their soft place, right? Okay, now, what are their true feelings for you? Pile one. What is this person's true feelings for you? All right. Ace of Cups. Three of Swords. One more. Nine of Cups. This person loves you, feels love towards you, feels emotional openness, attachment that they've not ever felt before with this Ace of Cups. To them, this is the deepest that they've loved, that they feel they've ever loved. But with this Three of Swords, this love terrifies them. This, because of their relationship with their mother, because of their relationship with, or what they've seen around the men in their community, this is a very toxic, they've got a very unhealthy view of the opposite sex. To them, feeling this only means they're going to get their heart broken, so they really wrestle with their feelings all the time. You are not seen as a partner, you're seen as a potential threat. This is why they treat you the way that they do. This person has not processed their loss, their heartbreak, their abandonment, and the abuse they experienced. They struggle with their mental health, and they think that how they feel is because of the conditions, what's happening. It must be because of something happening in their life right now, how they're being treated. So they project this onto the people closest to them. And you are one of those people. Maybe you're the only one. You are their wish fulfillment. They want to be happy with you. They want a beautiful life with you, but it's as if you're dealing with two different personalities. You're dealing with, and this is why you feel that split, that your person could also be struggling with bipolar disorder. They could suffer with bipolar disorder, where you're experiencing these very different sides of them. And depending on whether they're manic or which state they're in, they treat you in a particular way. This is someone that is in a lot of pain and struggling with themselves, so most of their actions is just about them. It's not about you. They don't have the capacity to carry or hold space for somebody else's needs and emotions, and that's something you need to be aware of. So even though they want you, they want everything that you have to offer. This Nine of Cups is not something that they can get from you. It's something they're supposed to, they need to fill their own cups. But this is how they feel. This is how they're experiencing things. And so it's like this cup of love is surrounded by so much else, you know, that can overwhelm it, that can contaminate it. It doesn't change the fact that this person does have very, very deep feelings for you, and loves you. They love you in their own way. All right. You have to ask yourself, is love enough in this case? Because how I feel is always going to be channeled through the prism that is me, my identity. How I experience love, my association with love might not be a healthy one. And so when I'm in love, that dynamic cannot be healthy until I change my concept around love and my association with it. So this is one of those cases where maybe love is not enough, where you have to think about yourself. All right, pile one. All right, but if you would like to get a coaching session where you'd like to process that, you'd like to take a closer look at how you can navigate this in a way that serves you, you're welcome to contact me. Or if you'd like to take a closer look at your situation, because this is a general reading, maybe you want to get a personal reading where I specifically channel your person's energy and yours and look at what is contracted between you, you're welcome to contact me. The link is in the description box below, and you can pay and book for your session with ease. All right, let's move on to pile 2. All right, their actions, pile 2, their actions versus their true feelings. Their actions. All right, we've got the swan. All right, this person is showing you with their actions that they would like to build. They might even have given you the impression that they would like to have a baby together, or, you know, move in together, build a life together, invest in business together. And so this looks to be a very committed, progressive energy. All right, what else? The lilies. Wisdom, wise, mature. All right, so they appear to have the same value systems. They appear to be very clear about what it is they want in this connection. They seem to be wise and self-aware. And then with this energy is them really taking a closer look at who you are, paying special attention and showing a particular interest in you, how you think, how you function. All right, taking a closer look at who you are. This person could potentially be making you feel like you are truly seen. And this year is them getting a lot of advice from other people, taking into consideration what people, friends and family think, and making their choices based on that. So depending on whether or not the friends and family like you, that could be a good or a bad thing. Okay, so it appears to be something good. There's a lot happening here. They're showing you a lot that you could see as positive. What are their true feelings? How do they really feel about you? Pile 2. 4 of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Okay. So the reason why you are interested in their actions versus their feelings in the first place is because even though they're saying the right things, they're acting and behaving in the way that you want them to. The question is, are they doing that because they know that's what you want? Are they being manipulative? Are they showing you what you want to see? This person does want a Four of Pentacles with you. This person wants this person wants to marry you. This person wants a commitment. I just want you to be aware of the fact that you're dealing with somebody that is not very stable within themselves. They're not very established within themselves. And this person could be love bombing you. Because the reason why they're studying you so closely is so that they know exactly what you want and they can be what you want so that you can choose them. There is a belief that if they act in the way you want, then you will be happy with them. But you need to consider what you need, my darling, because this person doesn't really have much to bring to the table, and I think you know that already. The Four of Pentacles is somebody that can be selfish. They are not very giving. This is not somebody that could contribute financially. So perhaps you will be the one carrying the financial load, and you will also be the one making all of the decision, taking all of the initiative. This feels like someone that might want a mother. And if you're a male, a father. Okay? And if that works for you, if that's what you want, great. But just be aware of the dynamic. They're showing you what you want to see so that you can just choose them and take the initiative and say, this is what I want with you. And they'll be like, yes, I want this with you too. Without looking at, are you going to be able to be my equal? Are you going to be able to be my equal to give as much as you receive? And with the Page of Pentacles here, this is somebody that is immature, that is still very young. They've not, so financially they're not established. Emotionally they're not very stable. They still seek a lot of validation from outside of themselves. And this is not a strong character necessarily as a partner, when you need somebody who can think for themselves. And you need someone to do things just because that's what they want and they know who they are. You know, it's especially important, I think, when you're dealing with a masculine energy. But it could be equally as important for the men when you're dealing with the feminine. Or for the females in same-sex relationship, when you're dealing with the feminine, it could be equally important to you. So just be aware that this year is not someone that is going to take initiative. They're going to make you lead the way. And long term, that's fun in the beginning, but long term that can become a problem. They definitely like what they see in you, though. They want what you have to offer. You just need to be honest with yourself about whether or not they can offer you what you need. So feelings, there's a lot of passion. But this person, this is the important bit when it comes to feelings. I'm talking about what they want, because feelings don't feature much. They feel like they've gotten very lucky with you. There's passion here. They feel passionate about you. There's attraction, there's passion. There's a lot about you that they appreciate. I'm not seeing love. Four of Pentacles is not love. This could be about money more than anything else, or the security you offer. Okay. If you'd like to take a closer look, because this is a general reading and you want to maybe get a channeled message where I'm specifically channeling your person's energy and yours and your contract together, your relationship soul contract together, you're welcome to contact me for a private reading. All right, details are in the description box below. Let's move on to pile 3. Their actions. Let's take a look at their actions first. For my pile 3s. All right, let's take a look. Okay, we've got the polar bear. So dominating, very in control, very focused on money. Most of what they do, most of the energy is focused towards money. We've got the anchor. All right, so all right, a message is coming through here, but it's not clear, this one yet. Just give me a moment for it to clarify. What is this about? Okay. So this person seems to be very open with how they feel about things, their emotions and the drama and the conflict that they're having. They confide in you, and this could be something that dysregulates you, or this could be something that makes you feel really valued, depending on who you are. But they're not necessarily as available to your emotional stuff. It seems to be one-sided. All right, what else? And you could be saying to yourself, well, I'm just not as open. I prefer to deal with my stuff on my own. But it's something to be aware of. Okay. There's also another interest or another woman lingering somewhere in the background, or maybe there's been a situation where there's been some competition. Perhaps there is. It could be you guys could be in a polyamorous relationship. One more. All right. No, I'm gonna have to get another one with that. So okay. Yeah. It seems as they've pulled away from this other woman or this other person. Could be it doesn't have to be a woman. But another person that appears to be a seductor or seductress. And you are someone, you might be the person that they confide in about this bad experience they've had or been having with this other person, with this ex or this other person, or the partner that they're separated from. There's some kind of conflict that's going on there, and they confide in you with it. So there's a blurring of boundaries here. Okay, what are their true feelings? Your emotions, your needs, your feelings, however, it's not being held. Okay, and so you're dealing with your feelings on your own, maybe because you're too afraid to entrust this person with it. But whatever your dynamic is, it's very one-sided. Their feelings, how do they really feel about you? Their true feelings towards you. Hermit. The Emperor. One more. Nine of Swords, yeah. So how they feel about you, dear, is you are their guide. You are like the spiritual confidant. You're the space that helps them to feel aligned and validated, and you're someone that they feel is a medium to their inner world, because you see them. I think that what's happening here, my darling, is you are someone in their life that is so selfless. It gets, you hold space for them that is just about them, which they clearly can't do for you, and they're liking that. But you are, this is how they're attached to you. The Emperor. They feel that you're a divine counterpart, you're a soulmate. But there is a projection of risk, there is a bypassing. This person is using you to bypass, my darling. There is no real emotional availability or presence for you. You understand? You are an emotional and a spiritual and energetic crutch for this person. 9 of Swords. They do not have clarity about what they want with you moving forward. They're not in a good space mentally. The 9 of Swords is mental health stuff, depression even, lack of clarity. They use you as a sounding board to validate them and to make them feel safe in their world, because they don't feel safe in their world, and they don't feel safe in the world that they've created, and they don't feel safe with themselves. But this is about them, my darling, and not about you. There is a sense of responsibility, but that ultimately is still focused to self. So, yeah. This person is very much in their ego, very much in their lower chakras. It's money, it's, yeah. It's not love here, my darling. All right? And you should be aware of that. So, if you'd like to take a closer look to get confirmation, because obviously this is a general reading, I can channel your person's energy, your energy, look at your relationship soul contract, why you've manifested one another into your lives and what's meant to happen here, and then you can make a decision based on that. Whatever it is, you know, you can choose to stay if it works, as long as you are very clear about what the dynamic is, because the worst thing we can do to ourselves is to hold on to fantasies. You know, that leads to heartbreak and is very destructive mentally and emotionally, and harsh on the nervous system. Anyway, you can contact me for a reading if you want, or a coaching session if you want support in how to navigate this in a way that it doesn't, that you're not being drained, that you're not being emptied by energy vampires, you know, or parasitic energy, that you can maintain getting something out of it and just having fun without over investing. You understand? You can do that, or you can get a private reading. Whatever you choose to do, do what is best for you, beautiful soul. Love and light. See you next time. Bye now.